Hello everybody, I'm finally back doing another video. I figured I better do a video because expediting has gone to shit. I see that almost every expediting carrier has basically closed up shop there because of the shortage of drivers, because nobody knows how to do the job anymore since I'm not doing any videos. Yeah, so I figured, man, I better get out here and do some videos and help people make money. Finally doing a video. It's been a while for any of you that have followed me, and yeah, just kind of got sidetracked with, shit at home and all that good stuff. So finally getting the nerve up to do a video again, because after you don't do it for a while, it gets to be kind of a pain in the ass. I mean, this is my third attempt, and probably about, I don't know, man, maybe 100 or so, like stop it, start over, stop it, start over. But yeah, just gonna try and roll with this one and see how it turns out. While I wasn't making videos, kind of just sit back and you pay attention to shit, just watching what's going on as far as what we got going with the Facebook group, and my brother doing videos, Duncan doing videos. I haven't been on YouTube, so I'm not sure if anybody else has started doing them. But with the Facebook alone, there's a lot of content to reply to, and one that finally just kind of gave me that last little shove that I needed to want to do this was just kind of the same topic that kind of keeps being brought up occasionally, especially when shit's slow. Especially when it's slow, we hear this. This is about the oversaturation of the industry, and there's people that want to point it at us to do the videos, at the Facebook groups, and I get their point. I mean, I do. I get their point as far as how they feel and why they would think the way they think, but I just don't agree with it, obviously, or I wouldn't be doing these things and we wouldn't have a Facebook group. But we don't, with doing the group and doing the videos, this is not even close. Nobody's ever advertising or recruiting drivers. Like, these videos, the purpose of these videos and the purpose of the group isn't to say, hey man, you want to be an expediter? If so, let me show you. It's basically, if somebody's searching for the shit, and somebody's or somebody that's currently already in the industry, it's a means to help fine-tune what you're trying to do, or give you enough information to help you decide if this is something you want to get into. And if you do decide to get into it, give you the information to help you be successful at this and know your worth. That is a big deal right there, is knowing your worth. Kind of talk, there's several drivers I talk to on a regular basis, and there's a few of them that, got into the industry, finally took the plunge via the group or via some videos that we have, and they understand their value. Like, their thought of taking, like, cheap freight pisses them off. I mean, with some of them, they've been lucky enough and fortunate enough to get into the industry with a good carrier, and that's obviously a plus. That's a big plus if you're able to step into the industry with a good, solid, reputable carrier that helps you understand and appreciate your value. Because if you're with a good carrier, they're gonna pay you what you're worth. Because they know that customers need to be paying for this stuff. Like, we sacrifice quite a bit being out here, and when you're with the carrier that understands that and appreciates that, they're going to act accordingly and give you a good rate. So that's part of the time, or that's one of the times where you just see that what you're doing is the right thing. When you see something like, as I just said, as far as some of these guys that, like, they just aren't okay with taking a cheap rate. I mean, they're not even okay with shaving a nickel or a dime off at times if they're in a super tough area. Now, to the point of us contributing to the saturation, as I said, I just don't believe it, because again, we're not driving by schools or going on a corner like we're peddling crack or something. We're not trying to force this on anybody, just trying to help fine tune it, as I said earlier. Because you got guys out here, and I've mentioned this before in prior videos, so this might seem redundant, if you've seen the other video, and you might be like, that's the same old shit he talked about before. But for those of you that are seeing this for the first time or hearing me talk about this for the first time, you get guys that come out and, I mean, they're working for shit per mile. Unfortunately, this industry attracts a lot of people that are on very hard times because it's such an easy job to get into. There's not a lot of requirements aside from a license. I mean, there are some carriers that will take anybody, man. I mean, they'll insure anybody. If, you know, like that topic there, I mean, who knows if they're even insured properly? Face, you know, on the face of it, it might look like they are, but when it comes down to it, if they ever had to use that insurance, they may not be. But that's a whole nother subject. But these guys coming out on hard times, desperate, they get on with anybody to sign them, whether it be because they have a record or whether they just don't know any better and have had a bad history of jobs, whatnot. But anyhow, no experience. So they get with a carrier that pays them like 25 cents, 28 cents, you know, per mile with no extras, no accessorials in there. If I'm pronouncing that correctly, I should have looked that up before I said that. But meaning, you know, they don't get any kind of hand unload pay if needed, second stop, toll money, deadhead money, layover detention. There's a lot of that shit that a lot of drivers don't even know what the hell that is. Like, they have no idea they should be even asking for that. And so that's where we are doing what we're doing. We're trying to help people understand, like, hey man, you should be getting that, you know, and if you're not, you shouldn't be with that carrier. You shouldn't be working for that fleet owner. And that's where what we're doing, you know, is an asset. You know, the worst part about what we do with the videos and the Facebook, especially for those of us, you know, me and my brother in particular, as far as like, you know, we post a lot on there so people see us, people see the videos, and people see who we drive for. Like when I was with VGS and my brother was at VGS, like there was a high influx of drivers coming to VGS. Same thing here with Barrett. A lot of guys come flooding into Barrett, and because they see that we're here, obviously, and we're out here doing it, and we're obviously making money, or we wouldn't be talking about it in a positive light, you know, and be continuing doing this, obviously. So, if anything, if it hurts anybody, it's us. I mean, you know, but we got to be confident in the fact that our carrier is only going to sign on enough vans that they can keep working, you know, enough work to take care of the drivers. So, but some carriers aren't like that. Some carriers are just going to flood them in and don't give a shit about what each driver's making. You know, the ones that pop off, and, you know, to the top of my head is Panther and Bolt. I mean, they have, you know, from what I hear, their orientation classes, you know, there's a high number of people in those groups at times. They just keep turning them over, and that's where what we do would have more positive benefits, I think, if we could get in touch with these people before they get with these carriers. I don't think we're responsible for bringing them in. I just think we could help the ones that are coming in, that are flooding in, if we could get him, you know, get a hold of them before they got with a certain carrier and make them understand. So, sorry, got distracted, something going on here. But yeah, man, it's just I don't think that we're hurting the industry. I think we are doing more help than good, more good than bad, more help than good. Damn, I meant to say more good than bad. But yeah, man, I think I'm gonna end this thing here. This thing's been long enough. I know I rambled a little bit, but it's my first video in a while, man. Please take it easy on me. Don't bash me too hard. I'm very sensitive to criticism, man. Yeah, I find my safe place and get my pen and all that shit, and I'll cry a little bit. I might cry a little bit. I might shed a little tear, but I'm gonna be okay. But with that said, man, I'm gonna get out of here. And any questions, anything you want to say, any comments, please leave it. You know, I'm back. So Let's get this industry right. And, oh, before I go, the expo, man, July 20th, 21st, you know, come check it out. You know, get yourself some information. You get information inside the expo. You get a lot of information outside of the expo, talking with other drivers, just listening to their experiences. You know, just show up, man. If you're interested, if you're in the industry or looking to get down there, man, get a better feel of what's going on out here when you talk to drivers. So hope to see you there, Lexington, Kentucky, July 20th, 21st. Come see us, man, and go to the Facebook group, Transportation Life, Wheels, Wings, Rudders, man. Yeah, I was about to drop the F-bomb on you, man. All right, see ya.